Every single day, you watch your family office stumble in the dark, fumbling with strategies that no longer deliver. You feel it deep in your gut, the frustration that comes from seeing your wealth, your legacy, your very future trapped in outdated thinking. The markets shift faster than ever. New risks appear like landmines in what you thought was solid ground. And yet, that old investment philosophy? It's crying out for change, but nobody acts. Silence fills the room. Fear of the unknown pins everyone down tight. You know that sinking feeling, the gnawing fear that sticking to what worked 15 years ago will crush what you've built. But where do you start? How do you rip apart the old rules without burning down the entire legacy? This is the battlefield, and in this moment, hesitation kills. Family offices don't rebuild their philosophies because it's comfortable, it's because they're forced to. Forced by gut-wrenching losses, by sudden cracks in the market, by brutal awakenings that whisper, your foundation is broken. But here's the brutal truth. Waiting to be forced into rebuilding means you're losing control. Every second you cling to outdated assumptions, your wealth bleeds, your influence erodes. Your team feels it, the confusion, the misalignment, the hollow meetings without real direction. You don't just need a tweak or some new report. You need to shatter the myth of stability and rebuild from scratch. Better, smarter, fiercer. No more compromises, no more band-aid fixes. First, stop worshiping the old benchmarks. The investment philosophies that once worked were built for a world that no longer exists. The old safe bets, the static portfolios, the set and forget myths, they are chains designed to hold you hostage. Rebuild by hunting down every assumption. Demand yourself and your team to name each belief, each hidden bias that holds your decisions hostage. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. But this digging is non-negotiable. Next, inject radical diversity into your thinking. Real diversity, not the checkbox nonsense. Bring in ideas, markets, and strategies from places where nobody else dares to tread. Family offices get trapped in familiar circles. Break that. Build networks not confined by borders or traditions. The world is larger and far more complex than a neatly packaged portfolio. Collaboration with bold outsiders, founders who think sideways, investors who stare down volatility as an opportunity. This is your new oxygen. Now embrace active transformation. This means your investment philosophy isn't a document to pray over once a year. It's a living, breathing system that evolves every quarter, every month, every week. Keep your finger on the pulse until your strategy becomes adaptive, aggressive, unrelenting in pursuit of alignment with the shifting reality. Abandon every process that treats capital like a trophy and start treating it like a weapon. Capital that isn't willing to fight for your future isn't capital, it's a liability. Finally, culture is your secret weapon. Embed in your family office an obsession with relentless meritocracy and accountability. No more titles protecting complacency. No more reverence for legacy at the expense of innovation. Demand a culture where every person is empowered to challenge, to question, to create. When everyone owns the mission to rebuild, you stop surviving and start thriving. This rebuild isn't just about money, it's about reclaiming your freedom. The freedom to define your own values, break your chains, and build a future not prescribed by history, but designed by your boldness. The ones who rebuild are more than survivors. They become architects of a new reality, holders of a power system forgot to give anyone. So, stop waiting for the world to break you first. Rip off the veil of comfort, grab your family office by its throat, and force it to confront the truth. Hunt down every illusion, dilute every stale dogma, and build a philosophy so aggressively tuned it turns uncertainty into your greatest asset. This is how legacies survive. This is how futures are born. Now go, rebuild, or be buried.